This particular illustration of optimistic thinking is to do with that aspect of optimistic thinking style which is pervasiveness. It's the degree to which things that have just occurred, you will allow them to pervade everything else that's going to happen in your general mood. So to illustrate this particular aspect of positive thinking and optimistic thinking, which is to do with the way events naturally pervade or don't pervade your life and your general mood, we're going to talk to Nick Barber, who's a very successful financial advisor. Nick, in terms of the way you reflect upon events that go well and don't go so well in your life, in your business, naturally things must go up and must go down. But what's been happening recently?
I've just come out of a period that I suppose didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. So that's always difficult. You need to reflect on it. You need to understand why, and then you need to move on. But just because I've had a bad period doesn't make me a bad advisor. It doesn't make me a bad person. So I just need to learn from it and then move on to the the next stage.
So you've had that difficult March that you've talked about, that difficult early period, says nothing about your general mood. You haven't allowed it to affect your general mood, and it certainly says nothing about your general abilities as a financial advisor.
Absolutely not. I mean, with regard to my general mood, I always try and stay as positive as possible. So if I've not had a good period work-wise, I'll maybe look at another aspect that's gone well and use that to, raise my mood, my positivity, if you like.
So not allowing what has happened negatively, not allowing that event to colour your judgment about other aspects of your life. Generally, the way that you have learned or realised that you have learned to think about life and its ups and downs, what patterns have you noticed generally about this idea of negative and positive events being able to affect your mood or not affect your mood?
Well, I would say, you mentioned negative points. As little as possible, negative points affect your mood, because that's only going to bring you down. So you always have to look at the positives and use that to to raise your mood and raise your thinking. And I always reflect on something that's gone well, be it work or be it otherwise, to raise my mood and raise my confidence as much as anything.
How does or maybe it doesn't, work affect the rest of your life, your hobbies and your social life? Does it affect it at all? And if it does, in what way?
Yeah, I think there's certainly some thinking, or feelings that move into other aspects. So if I've had a good week, for instance, I play cricket on a Saturday. If I've had a good week, I'll turn up to cricket on a Saturday feeling good about myself and knowing that I'm going to score some runs. If I've had a bad week, it's a great chance to forget about work, move on to cricket, and I can go out and have a good day, and then I can move that into a good week for the following week.
Oh, right. So that's a very interesting idea. That if I heard you correctly, if you have a bad day or week at work, you go and play cricket, and cricket then is an escape from whatever's happened at work, and it's a chance to do well, and you have a completely separate experience. If you play cricket well, that can then reflect on how the rest of the next working week is going to go.
Well, it just generally raises your mood. Yeah,
generally
you feel good about yourself. Feel good about yourself.
Yeah, you allow yourself to feel good about yourself, and then take that back into your work.
Yeah.
I think what Nick is illustrating here very clearly is the idea that if you look upon life's negative events, things that don't go too well, and do not allow them to pervade anything else in your life, because it says nothing about Nick's general abilities as a financial advisor. However, when things go well, for example, when he's playing cricket, it generally uplifts him and spreads to his mood at work. So again, he's allowing his thinking to control his optimism. He's allowing himself to think optimistically, whether events go negatively or positively. There's a different way of thinking of them.